Hey guys, Woody the Unexceptional Gamer with a pretty good game considering I hadn't opened Create a Class yet when I had this. And this is Mail Monday. Let's get started. It has been like 3 weeks since I've had a sex question, so we can't have that on Mail Monday. Anyway, here goes. Girlfriend's loose vagina, not a troll serious question. Hey Woody, huge fan. I've watched all your Mail Monday videos and I have a pretty serious question of my own. I'm 20 years old and I've been dating my current girlfriend for 4 years. She's the love of my life and I fully intend on marrying this girl. That being said, when we first started having sex, I smashed that shit like 15, 20 times a week. Now, she isn't as tight as she used to be and it's beginning to seriously affect our relationship because sometimes I just don't want to have sex with her. Should I confront her about this issue or just keep it cool and not say anything? Please help. PM or Mail Monday, whatever. Any response would be incredible. Alright, let's do this. Alright, first things first. Sex does not stretch vaginas. Period. Done. That's it. That is the actual truth. There can be some rumors about this. Sometimes false things about anatomy get spread. One of the things that impacts on how tight a girl can be is that she can be nervous, right? And can be tight in like a bad way, a negative way. There's anxiety and she's not properly warmed up. So, you know, perhaps a first time, girls have this reputation of being like super extra tight. But the reality is, you know, they are that tight because they're not comfortable with the act yet. Oftentimes, you know, that's the deal. It is not the fact that, you know, having had sex once or twice has made any substantial changes to their vagina. That's just not the truth. Even if you're quite the cervix pounder, you're nothing compared to a baby's head, which also amongst like girls until their mid-20s or so, you know, they deliver babies and come back and they're exactly like they were before. That's, you know, that's just the deal. It is elastic and, you know, the notion that sex somehow permanently alters a vagina is just as ridiculous as the notion that a hoagie somehow permanently alters your mouth. I know you opened wide, but it's the same as it was before your meal. That's the deal. So, why does she seem looser than before? I mean, heck, it could be that you're better, that you're, you know, properly warming up in a way that you didn't used to. It could be that over the last 4 years, she's become more and more comfortable with you and her body and is enjoying the thing. You know, a girl who is properly, you know, into the act and ready for this will be a little less tight and riddled with anxiety than someone who is, you know, unsure about this and nervous. So it could be, you know, look, this is just you're hitting your groove here and you're doing it right, and she might feel looser to you, but to her she's feeling more comfortable. That's one possibility. There are positions you can do, like, you know, her more or less planking while laying on her back, you know, knees together, and you know, that's a tight one. I don't want to get too graphic here. You know, there are exercises she can do, Kegels, etc. That don't actually change the vagina. What actually changes the muscles surrounding it, and that can make things tighter. But I'm surprised, you know, if she's looser than she was when you first met. It's mostly because, you know, I think that you're doing it better than you used to, and you're okay, man. I'm going to paraphrase this one in the interest of time, and I have another letter that kind of addresses it. Woody, I'm 16. I love music, comedy, acting, and designing clothes, but I'm not gay. That made me laugh. My main desire is to start a band and get signed. Not because I want to be famous, but because it feels perfect. I love playing music, and I love it when people tell me my music is good and they like listening to it. Playing music in front of a crowd that knows the whole song by memory would be amazing. He goes on to say that he would love to be on tour, to get out of his neighborhood, but his parents do not support it. His parents would love for him to go the standard graduate route, to go to college and become an engineer. He says, what do I do? Then we have this guy. What a difference a year makes. I wrote you about a year ago about pursuing my dream of being a pro golfer and how debt was the big issue. I just wanted to let you know that tomorrow I am playing my first event on the Gateway Pro Tour. Also, that next year I've received a sponsor's exemption to play in Europe for 6 months. What a difference a year makes. I was in a dark place and now I'm chasing the dream. You didn't quite answer my question directly in a Mail Monday, but you did touch on the general subject of chasing your dreams. So I thought I would let you and your subscribers know that if you put your head down and you do the work that no one else wants to do, the gym, the practice, you can get anywhere in life. Keep up the good work, man. Love the videos. I like what he had to say. The gym, the practice, the work. You know, I had a guy on Feedback Friday say, if you started YouTube over, would it happen as easily as it did the first time? Easy? It wasn't easy. Back on this guy. He wants to be a musician, right? Are you putting in the work? That's my question. Is this a passion that cannot be denied? Because your competitors out there will not be denied. The other people that want to be famous musicians and hit the big time, they are not taking no for an answer. They are demanding it. They are insisting it. They are working day and night, practicing their craft, improving it, understanding the theory behind it. They are... two things that they've got going on. One, they are just gifted, and two, they are hardworking. There are lots of, pretty people or people who are good at music who don't go anywhere, but there are lots of, people who do, and that's, I guess what I'm getting at is it takes a little luck, for things to go your way, but it also takes a lot of hard work, and if you combine hard work and luck, then maybe you can get somewhere. The adult in me wants to say, have a backup plan, and you can have a backup plan. You can work day and night at this thing and still go. You can be an engineer and a musician. Joe Lozon is a UFC fighter who did it in his spare time while he was earning a degree in computer science and working during the day as an IT professional, right? I did a similar thing with this YouTube business, right? I'm a pro YouTuber, but I managed to work as an IT professional and get a master's degree and all that other fun stuff while I was, at this. So, yeah, if you want to make it happen, then you cannot be denied, and you need to, dedication. I saw a business owner who said this. He's like, dedication starts at 100 hours a week, right? That's the beginning, and then the question is how much more than 100 hours you're willing to work. That's what I'll ask you, how dedicated are you? Is this your passion? Is it what you're living and breathing? If it is, then maybe you've got a shot. If it's not, then what you have is a hobby. And, hobbies are good. Enjoy them. I love hobbies. But, you're asking me if you should put any stock in being this pro musician thing. I almost want to say no. Because if you should, then you wouldn't be asking. That's my take on it. Another one paraphrased for time. About 2 to 3 weeks ago, I was at my mom's house hanging out with my niece and her. My mom said, "Can you upload these pictures to the iMac?" And while doing it, I saw some nude photos of my mom. And it was her and my dad doing the whole shebang. I don't know how to confront her about it, and I want your opinion. Thanks, Woody. I suppose the cat's out of the bag. Your mom's not a virgin. The whole mom thing should have been a clue, but it seems like this comes as a shock to you. So, look, I'll admit that it is a shame that you've seen these pictures of your mom. You're not supposed to be seeing that. Having said that, my childhood was filled with this kind of nonsense. It's been a while since I talked about this, but my parents had like a super active sex life that should be the envy of all. And I used to like hear them sometimes, my mom's compliments to my dad and stuff like that. And I would make fun of them the next morning at breakfast, and I'd be like, I heard you, and they deny it. And then I'd repeat things that like maybe she said to him or whatever. And she's like, yeah, well, I guess he did hear. And it didn't bother me. So I get that if you're raised under the veil of, I guess, complete privacy on your parents' part, then this might come as a big shock to you, whereas I was raised in like almost the opposite situation, where I always knew that my parents had both an emotional and physical love for each other, and it was active and continuous. It made me feel like, to me, it was a good home. To me, it was like I knew that my parents loved each other, and it was just one thing that I didn't have to worry about that maybe other people did. That was my childhood, and I encourage you to look at this the same way. I hope that you say, yeah, all right, so my mom has sex, but that just means that she's. I'm a little worried your parents aren't together because you said you were at your mom's house, but anyway, it means that she's with somebody, and she's not alone, and I don't think that seeing that your parents have had sex is such a horrible thing. I don't think it should be so emotionally scarring for you. I think that you should just look at this and be like, yeah, grown-up's gonna do what grown-up's gonna do, and take it with a little bit more of a chill attitude than you seem to have rocking right now, because really it's not that big of a deal. I know grown-ups, gross, etc. But like, if this was a picture, that you were to have and you were, you know, in college or something? Would it be so damn right shocking, or would it just be funny? I think the only thing that's shocking about this is that usually adults are better with regards to privacy and discretion than, you know, your mom's slip up here. But really, you're okay. I'm in love with a girl I've known my whole life. She's the most beautiful person in both personality and looks. She's the only person I entirely confide in. It's her that first pops into my head every morning when I wake up. It's her that I think about every second of the day. I can't breathe whenever I'm near her. My days are nothing more than thoughts of her. She's my cousin. Is it wrong? I don't know. If you're American, it's legal in like 27 states. And the whole health risk thing, you know, I think provided you're not cousin after cousin after cousin who continues this, then it's pretty much non-existent. It's just not a social norm. And anytime you go outside the social norms, you're running a risk. All right, so I think we solved the Mail Monday doesn't talk about sex anymore drought. Be sure to drop a like. 2 videos you may have missed. On the right, me being goofy, spinning around in a chair using a leaf blower. It's fun. And on the left, a more serious commentary. I talk about my family coming home, which happens today if you're watching this on Monday itself. And I'm psyched. So I need to clean my house. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.